Hello everybody, Matthew Armstrong here on day 42 of our 100-day challenge to create financial freedom, and I've got an interesting story for you, and I've also got a formula for you that is a surefire way to success. This is like surefire way to success. You know, this formula that I'm going to give you in this video. So here's the story. This is what happened. I went to the Empower Network Chicago event almost 3 months ago, and at that event I noticed people with these like red lanyards around their neck, and I had a blue lanyard. Most people had blue lanyards, and the odd time I'd spot someone with a red lanyard. You know, bearing in mind there's like 5,000 people at the event. I was thinking, well, why do those people got red lanyards around their neck? And I wanted to know, and so then I went up and asked somebody. I said, you know, why are you wearing a red lanyard and some other people are wearing a blue lanyard? And he said, because he says, I'm in the top 200 income earners in Empower, and if you're in the top 200 you get a red lanyard at the events. I was like, okay. So I was thinking, okay, so at the next event I made this decision, for the next event I was going to have a red lanyard. That was my target. I'm going to have a red lanyard for the next event, which meant me getting in the top 200. You know, that's a pretty kind of tall target, pretty tall order to get in the top 200, especially because I'd only been, at the time, I'd actually only been actively promoting Empower for like 6 weeks at the time of the last event, like 6 weeks or less. And so to go from where I was to getting in the top 200 for the next event, which is in less than a week from now, that was a pretty tall order, you know, but you know, that's just how I roll. It was a little bit unreasonable, but that's how I roll, you know. I am slightly unreasonable with myself and with the targets and with what I want to do in the world and in my life. And I find that kind of works for me. If I wasn't, then I'd just be mediocre, and to me that's just boring, and what's the point, you know? So I want to do something that is more than the limitations seem to be around me, you know? So yeah, anyway, so I set that target, and I visualized, I said, next event I'm going to have that red lanyard, and I'm going to be in the top 200 of the top income earners in Empower. And so anyway, so I did my thing anyway, and 10 days ago, 12 days ago, something like that, I checked the leaderboard to see where I was in the competition. So the competition, so this is out of roughly 150,000 people are contending to be in the top 200. So, you know, it's a very small percentage obviously get there. So I checked about 10 or 12 days ago. I checked the rankings, and I went down, top 200, and went, okay, I'm not there. Kept on going down, and it goes out to like 1,500, and I wasn't there anywhere. I wasn't even in the top 1,500, with the event only, you know, a couple of weeks away. So I felt this like twang of disappointment. I felt a little bit downhearted, I went a little bit heavy, you know, and sort of like the wind went out of my sails slightly. I was like, huh, you know, I'm not on target, you know. And then I said, you know, just snap out of it, just snap out of it. And I just snapped myself out of it, you know. So, you know, just get rid of that and just keep going, keep focused on what you're doing, keep the belief, keep focused, and just keep taking the massive action you've been taking. And what else can you do? What other massive action can you do? What else can you do to leverage this and that? And so then I just carried on going, and I did this and that. And then this morning, I just thought I'd go in and just check the stats, you know. Less than a week to go to the event until the competition ends. So I went in and checked the stats, scrolled down the leaderboard, thought I must be in the 1,500 by now, you know. Just maybe might be in the 1,500. But anyway, I went down and checked, 226, number 226. So 226 out of 150,000 people, that's where I am on the leaderboard. So I'm 26 spots off, 26 ranks off getting in that top 200, which was my initial target. Totally unreasonable target for someone who's just joined Empower and you know, isn't some big sort of guru list holder online or anything like that, you know. So totally unreasonable target. But I'm like right there. I'm like right at that target. Like almost got it. And who knows what could happen in the next week, you know. I'm totally open to the possibility of being in the top 200. Absolutely. What's that going to take? That's the sort of question I'm asking myself. What's it going to take for me to get at least another 26 places to get in the top 200? What has to happen? What energy, space and consciousness do I need to be? What vibrational energy do I need to be to get in that top 200? That's the sort of questions I'm asking myself to kind of move myself into that alignment, to align myself with that energy to make that happen. So it's quite amazing, but at the same time it's not amazing, because that's just how the universe works. And quite often, where most people quit like a few yards before the goal, just a few yards before they actually get it. Most people just look at the results and they go, well, I'm not getting the results, and so then they just quit. But if they just realized they were so close, so if 10, 12 days ago, whatever it was, I looked at that and said, not there, not happening, I'll just slack off, all the action I'm taking, it's just not happening, I'll just slack off, or whatever, I'll just have a different goal, I'll just have another goal, I'll just have a goal, a target to be in the top 1500, maybe I'll get that. And what if I did have that target? I probably would have got it, I probably would have gotten, number 1499 or something. But no, I just kept focused on my target, no matter what the results were showing at the time. I just kept focused on it. Sure, I needed to maybe make a few tweaks here and there. That's just common sense. And at the same time, just keeping focus on it without getting, the disheartenment, the disappointment, the discouragement. I got rid of that in after about 2 minutes. Just completely released it and accepted that everything is moving just as it should. All I need to do is just keep focused on what I want, and that's what you got to do. You just got to keep focused on what you want, and don't let the immediate results discourage you or disappoint you or dishearten you. That is the amateur mind that allows that to happen. Especially if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you are an entrepreneur, if you're looking at like a bricks and mortar business. Most businesses don't actually make a profit for the first couple of years, right? With Empower Network, you can do it much faster. If you take the correct actions, of course. You can turn years into months, into days even. You can be in profit very, very quickly. So the formula. So I'm like, okay, well, what did I do? What did I do to get to this number? And keep tuning back in. I'll let you know by the time of the event, do I get in the top 200? I have no attachment to the outcome. That's another thing. Don't be attached to the outcome. You set a goal, you set a target. If you don't get it, don't go start kicking your stones along the ground and moping around. That's just immature and it's amateur. Immature and amateur, right? Just keep focused. Keep focused, because that's how the universe works. Sometimes the obstacles are there for the people that don't want it enough, and perseverance is key. And the real results that we need to get in life are the ones that just appear, just when it feels like the darkest moment, the darkest hour, the time when we're just ready to give up. That's when we got to keep going, because that's when we're so close. When we're ready to give up, that's when we're closest. That feeling of being ready to give up, celebrate that feeling, because that's when you're so close. You're so close. You're so close. Just by keeping going, Plant the seeds, results will come. And so let's say a week from now, less than a week from now, let's just see. But here's the formula. The formula is focus. Here's the formula for achieving any target you have in your life. You have something you want, focus. Focus on it consistently. Have it be your most dominant thought in your head, right? And how do you do that? How do you let it be the most dominant thought in your head? Well, you do that by having it being important to you. Whatever's most important to you is going to be what's most dominant in your head, right? So in past videos, I just showed you how to do that, things like that, changing around your values and doing little exercises to make things more important and bring them from the back of your mind to the front of your mind, right? So make it the most dominant thought in your head, and that's what you focus on. You keep focused on that. The second thing is belief. You got to have belief. You got to have belief it's going to happen, right? If I just lost my belief, whatever it was a couple of weeks ago, if I just lost my belief then it wouldn't have happened. It's belief. I just kept focused. I kept that belief. Okay, I'm going to keep the belief. I'm not going to get attached to the outcomes. I'm not going to get attached to the results I'm seeing. I'm just going to keep following these principles of focus, belief, these concepts maybe, belief, and massive action. Just taking massive action. Because when you have focus, when you have belief, you're just going to take massive action. You're just going to do it, right? It's the most dominant thought in your head, and then it creates some sort of emotion, and then you just take the actions and you do it. Right? You just make a decision. And by now, you probably know me by now, and you know that I'm someone who kind of makes decisions, and I just have focus, I have belief, I take massive action, and because I do that, I get results. And you can do that too. You can get the exact same results as I have got, and you can get even better results, right? Comes down to your desire. Have that focus, have that belief. Take massive, consistent action, right? No matter what the other results are, even if you just keep going, taking the actions for months and months and months, even if you haven't got the results that you want, things can just change like that. Things can change almost overnight. It's just a shift in energy. Once the universe sees you're totally serious and you're not giving up no matter what, then everything just gets handed to you. So keep tuning in, and you'll see more updates on exactly what goes on there. And I hope you got some value from that, and I'm sure you did. And so take some action, make a decision, join our team. That'll be a great thing if you haven't already. And if you haven't watched video 1, go back and watch video 1 and watch all the videos sequentially. This is a very, very powerful transformational series, and I'm very excited about keeping going with it.